Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Friday. Today I'm going to be doing my Friday 5, which is going to be another new series that I'm starting here on my channel where every other Friday or at least one Friday a month I'm talking to you guys about 5 things that I'm currently obsessed with. Now I currently have 5 beauty products that I'm going to talk to you about as well as 5 lifestyle products. So it actually is more like 10. I'm going to be doing this rather than doing like a monthly favorites because for me monthly favorites seem to always be videos just about like new things that you tried and things that you were loving, but because this year for me is more focused around getting use out of my collection that I already have rather than purchasing a bunch of new stuff, I didn't want to do, I don't know, I just felt weird about doing like a current favorites even though it's kind of like the same thing, but you typically probably won't see a ton of new items in my Friday 5s. It'll just be items again that I'm currently obsessed with. It could be something like the Hoola Benefit bronzer that's been out for a while. It's just things that I find myself constantly reaching for and constantly using, and like I said, I'm always going to share 5 beauty products, but I'm also going to share 5 lifestyle products because I think sometimes, not that it gets boring just constantly talking about beauty, but sometimes it's fun just to hear a little bit more or hear about a little bit more than just beauty products. So if you guys are interested in hearing about the things that I am currently obsessed with, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 5 beauty products that I'm currently obsessed with. In case you're only interested in hearing about the beauty, then you can kind of exit when I start talking about lifestyle. But one foundation that I'm currently obsessed with that's actually been in my collection for a really long time, but the last time I remember using it before I pulled it back out, I remember like not being the biggest fan of it. It's the No. 7 Stay Perfect foundation. I have mine in the shade Cool Vanilla, which is a little bit too dark for me. I feel like this foundation oxidizes just a little bit. So it's a little too dark for me right now, but once I blend everything out and kind of put my whole makeup look together, I can make this work. And I really like it. I feel like it just gives a beautiful natural finish to the skin, and I have really been enjoying this. I've been reaching for this every single day that I go to work. On filming days, usually I try to switch up my makeup quite a bit, but when I am going to work, I'm using this every single day, and this is definitely a foundation that I would recommend. It is drugstore. I think you can pick No. 7 up at Target. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. Maybe Ulta. I don't know if you can get the foundation at Ulta. I know you can get skincare. If I can find this on the Target website, I'll link it below. But it is relatively expensive for the drugstore. I believe I paid like $14.99 for this, but I do think it's worth it. I found for me, maybe it's just that I haven't tried too many high-end foundations, even though I feel like I have. I feel like the drugstore typically can knock it out of the park in the foundation category. So there's a bunch of foundations from the drugstore that I like. If you guys would be interested in hearing about my favorite drugstore foundations, let me know and I can put that video on my filming schedule. But this is definitely a foundation that I've been obsessed with lately. And then I actually have a concealer to talk about too, which normally I don't get that jazzed over concealers. I like to try a bunch of new concealers, but I just feel like I haven't quite found my perfect concealer yet. But I have really been enjoying the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer. I have mine in the shade 110, which is really light. I'm not wearing this today. I don't feel like mine oxidizes too much. I know a lot of people feel like theirs oxidizes. I don't feel like I get that. So this is definitely a very brightening concealer and one that I probably won't be able to get away with in the summertime unless I buy a darker shade. But I think it is a beautiful creamy concealer. It is super hydrating under the eyes, at least in my opinion. I really like the way that it looks, either set with powder or not set with powder. I've liked it every single way that I try it. And yeah, it's just a really nice formula. I wasn't going to buy this, but then I was seeing a lot of positive reviews about it and I decided to pick it up. I filmed a review of my own. I'll link below in case you guys are interested in seeing that, but this is another product that I've really been loving over the course of the last month or so. Okay, then I have a makeup mist. The products in these videos are going to be totally random because obviously I'm only including 5, but it's the Overall Makeup Fixer Mist. I really like this, and you get so much product. You get 8 ounces of product. I believe this retails for $16. They may have raised their price. I know their Valentine's Day one, the rose one was $20, but when I bought this it was $16, and I've had this for probably 4 or 5 months, and I use this pretty consistently almost every single day, and I still have probably at least half the bottle left. Now I don't know how much this increases the longevity of wear, but this does a really nice job of just melting all your powders together. It's a really nice mister if you want to wet your brush for eyeshadow and things like that. Really love this mist. I feel like this might be my new favorite. I don't currently have the Urban Decay All Nighter in my collection, and I feel like when I go, or like when I finish this, I'll probably just repurchase this rather than get another Urban Decay. I've tried the Morphe one. I like this better than the Morphe one. I know the Morphe one has the aerosol can, which is kind of cool, but I really like this. I think it's really good. I think it's a great value. So if you're looking to test out a new makeup mister, I would definitely recommend the Ofra one. Next, I actually have a fragrance to mention, and I've not been a huge fragrance gal in the past. Typically, I just always have my MAC Turquoise. That's been like my signature scent since college, and that's like the one that I just always go back to. But this past December, I picked up the Replica by the Fireplace fragrance, and I love this. This scent is just like right up my alley. It's very musky. I don't know if it has like, it just smells like, it honestly just smells like Christmas. Like, this isn't one that I can wear year round. I really want to see what their, I think it's called Sunday, something about Sundays. Sundays in the title. I really want to test that one out to see if I can make that more of like a spring summer scent, but really enjoy this for the fall winter time. It just smells, it just truly smells like you're sitting by the fireplace. Love this. Would highly recommend. Probably not purchasing right now. I know Replica fragrances are super expensive, and we're heading into the spring, so this is more of like, would have been good to purchase in the winter, in like December, November, but definitely want to keep on your radar for next fall winter time. And then the last beauty item that I want to mention is this Buxom lip gloss in the shade Dolly. It is what is on my lips today. I recently found this in a purse, and this had been missing for like a while, and I started using it again, and I forgot how much I love this. This was one of my first high-end lip glosses, and I really enjoy this. I love the shade. I mean, it really just kind of gives a gloss to the lips, but it has like a bit of a mauve toned tint to it. It does have some glitter in it, which I don't mind, and I love the plumping effect that it gives. I know this is kind of an OG. This has been around for a while, but it is one that I've really been loving lately. Okay, you guys, then moving on to lifestyle products that I've been obsessed with lately. Now, this first product I've been obsessed with probably for the last 2 to 3 months, and it is my Hydro Flask. I have 2 of these. I have the white one, and then I have the hot pink one, and I think they have different lids for this, but I have the one with the straw, which if you're going to make the investment in the Hydro Flask, I would highly recommend the one with the straw. Not only does this keep your drinks ice cold if you want them ice cold for forever, it also keeps them nice and warm if you're into that. What I love is that it's just so easy to stay hydrated. I, for a long time, was really obsessed with the beaker water bottles, which I still really like. I have a water bottle obsession. I've mentioned this in videos before. Still really like, but you have to like tilt your head back to drink it. And this, you just, you know, pop your little straw and away you go. So really been enjoying the Hydro Flask. They're obviously huge water bottles as well, so I typically try to get 2 to 3 of these in a day, and I've found since purchasing my Hydro Flasks, I am definitely drinking more water, staying more hydrated. I've noticed differences in my skin. I typically have really dry skin, which I still have dry skin, but even like my hands would normally be like super cracked, and I've noticed that my skin isn't quite as dry as it normally would be, and I think that is a large part in due to getting enough water daily. So would highly recommend the Hydro Flask. Continuing to talk about beverages, I have really been loving pretty much every product I've tried from the brand SigMatic. I wish I had more information to give you guys about SigMatic. I'll link their website down below, but this is their mushroom coffee mix. They have mushroom coffee elixir, which I really like. They also have a mushroom like matcha. They have 2 hot cacao mixes, which I love both of them. They have a chai mix, which I also really like. I really just highly recommend their products. For me, I have a real problem with the amount of caffeine that I'm intaking per day, so I've been trying to cut back on my caffeine, and this is a way to still get a boost of energy. I don't know if this has actual caffeine in it or if it just comes from like the mushrooms being a superfood. Oh boy. Oh, 50 milligrams of caffeine, but compared to your typical cup of coffee, it's much less. I do find that I get a natural boost of energy from this, and mushrooms are actually like really good for you. I believe they're a superfood. I've done like half-assed research on this, but regardless, I have really been enjoying all the drinks that I've tried from them. I really want to try their golden latte next. If you're wondering, it does not taste at all like mushrooms. This, so you basically just pour one of these packets in hot water, and I can drink this easily without mixing any sort of cream or milk in it, which normally if I make coffee, I'm always mixing at least milk, if not a coffee creamer in it. I just drink this straight black and I really enjoy it. Again, nothing that I've tried from them tastes like mushrooms. It tastes really, really good, and there's no natural flavors or anything like that, so it's good for you. And then kind of staying with like the Four SigMatic kind of theme, the reason that I heard of Four SigMatic was or I heard about it on one of the podcasts that I've been loving now, and I've been loving this podcast for a while. This is the Skinny Confidential, him and her podcast. I'll link it down below. It is a husband and wife, Lauren Everett and Michael Bosstick, and they do a phenomenal job interviewing people. They're super, super entertaining. I know I love Lauren's blog, The Skinny Confidential, as well. She has a very beautiful Instagram. They're just really, they're easy to just like connect with. And I really enjoy their podcast. They always have very interesting people on there. They do a really nice job of asking really interesting questions during their podcast. I always find their podcast to be very inspirational. I listen to it every single morning as I get ready for work. They talk about a range of topics, anywhere from like health and wellness to entrepreneurial things, and sometimes they just do like question and answer based podcasts. So it's super, super entertaining. If you are looking for an inspirational sort of like entrepreneurial based podcast, I would definitely recommend The Skinny Confidential, him and her podcast. And then speaking of like entrepreneurial, I have the Gary V Crushing It book, which I have been obsessed with. I'm almost done with this book, and if you guys are looking to get into the social media world, or if you just want to learn more about it, or if you're currently in it and wanting to excel, I would definitely recommend checking out Gary V's book if you have not. He is such an inspiration just to social media channels in general. It's insane, his story and what he's been able to accomplish pretty much all through social media. Such an inspirational person, such an inspirational book. It's a very, very easy read too. So if you guys are looking for a new book, I would definitely recommend Crushing It by Gary Vee. And then the last lifestyle thing that I've currently been obsessed with is just my planner, and I have been using this brand of planner for, I think this is my 3rd year. This is the Happy Planner. I picked mine up at Hobby Lobby. I believe you can get them at Michael's as well. And what I love about these is just that they're like fun. They're not just like your boring everyday planner. I also have like, I get the stickers and stuff to kind of like dress up my planner. What I love about mine specifically is that it, the weeks have like go in columns, right? Not rows. And then it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rather than being like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where they don't have lines in it. So like if I have appointments and stuff, I can just like, it's just easier for me to schedule things out. And then they also have like really cute pages. I think I've gotten ones in the past that have like inspirational quotes and stuff. Yeah, bloom where you are planted. This comes with like inspirational quotes, I believe. Sometimes it comes with stickers in it and things like that as well. But if you guys are looking for a fun planner that like makes you inspired to plan and use your planner, I know that's been a struggle for me in the past. I usually buy like 15 planners, no joke, at least 3 planners, and then I literally don't use one of them. So if you guys are looking for a new planner, I would definitely recommend checking out the Happy Planner. I'll see if I can link their website down below. But after that, that is going to conclude the items that I'm currently obsessed with. You guys will have to let me know in the comment box below what items, lifestyle, beauty, whatever you have currently been obsessed with. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go. I post videos every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!